Alright, live from LoyMachedo.com, and who's Loy Machedo. Today the date is 30th June 2016, time right now is 1:57 in the afternoon. Alright, just wanted to share with you an incident that took place when I was traveling from Thailand and coming down to Dubai. Okay, so getting down Doha. And I bumped into, as usual, I always like to take a nice seat. I was given the seat next to a girl who was actually painting her toenails, and she had another friend, and both these girls from, I assume they were from the United States, white girls, they were putting their toes, and they had plastic on their hand, and one was putting cream on her face and all that, and they were wearing hardly any clothes. So I thought to myself that I don't think I want to sit here. I really don't think I want to sit here. So I was like, okay. So I just spoke to the steward, the air hostess, and I told her, please, is it possible that you could give me a different seat, or somewhere near the window where I can just sit? So she said, okay, fine, just be here and I'll just check. So I just kept my luggage on top, and I was just standing and waiting there. This girl was nicely painting her toenails and putting cream on her face. Her whole seat, everything was messed with makeup. And next thing you know, the air hostess told me, fine, there is a seat. There is this lady, I don't know what she said, there's this Thai lady or Chinese lady or something, this lady there, and she's okay with you sitting near the window. So I said, oh, thanks, okay, fine. So I went there and I saw this girl sitting there with her glasses this way, and she was looking at the screen, intently watching the movie, and she was in her own zone. So I said, excuse me, and I went and sat there. And she, her legs were on the middle seat, and there are 3 seats. She was sitting here, there was an empty seat here, and I was sitting there. And as we were sitting down, and I quickly decided to analyze this girl with the tricks up my sleeve. So I was able to analyze, and I kind of figured out that she was intellectual. She was an intelligent girl. She had a PhD, or she was a professor, and she was someone highly educated. She was smart. Well, how did I know this? Obviously, that's a trade secret. I don't want to tell you. I also knew that she had a lot of self-confidence, that she had traveled around the world, she had seen people, she was not narrow-minded, and she liked a good conversation. So that's what I figured out by just looking at the way she sat and the way she was watching the movie. So I did that in a few seconds. But I needed to break the ice and start talking to her, so I didn't know how I was going to do that. Very soon the opportunity did present itself, and I asked her a question. I just asked her, so what do you think about something? And that's how then we started to talk, and I told her, listen, can I just share the opinion that I have of you? And she was like, okay. And I told her what I thought of her, and immediately she took a liking, and she said, how did you figure that part out? Was it because of my hair or what? So I told her how, and she got intrigued, and then we started to talk. And eventually what I realized is this girl was extremely intelligent. She was a PhD in psychology, and she was very smart. She is very smart and very intelligent. She was going to the United States to get her degrees, in more accreditations or whatever. However, the one thing which I noticed, when I asked her questions, now imagine this, I'm a school dropout, she's someone with a PhD, and I asked her questions related to her brand, with relation to what is the strategy, where she headed towards. And I was pretty shocked and surprised that a girl with so much intelligence, with a PhD, with so much of academic knowledge, and she didn't have the practical knowledge, the know-how of how to market herself, how to position herself, how to understand what is her core. And I found that pretty surprising. I was like, you don't know what's your core, you don't know what is your brand, and she didn't know, she really didn't know. In fact, when she told me she was just running a business without marketing her own brand, I kind of got surprised. So, however, mind you, she's not dumb, okay? She's very sharp, very intelligent. In fact, one of the most intelligent females I've ever met in a long time. It was just like falling in love. It's like, wow, because I love intelligent women. I think it's a turn on. And she was beautiful. She was also beautiful. But, so the whole point which I'm trying to tell you is, it's great to have all this knowledge. It's great to have all this power. But then just knowledge is not power. Application of knowledge is power. And what is the use if you have all this knowledge and you're not able to market it, if you're not able to capitalize on it, and you're not able to use it for your benefit, for your strength, for your growth? I personally felt that this girl who had the capacity to achieve 100, I looked at it that she just was using 20%, just 20% of her actual capacity. And just imagine if she had used the rest of the 80%, where would she be? Well, then again, maybe she's very happy doing what she wants to do, and maybe she doesn't want to move further. In fact, she did share with me certain limiting beliefs about her. Like, she felt that she was old because she was 35. She felt that it was too late for her to get married or have children. Which I was like, what? And I mean, she was telling me so many limiting belief systems that is taught by a very traditional or backward community. In fact, I just realized that she was happy being in her comfort zone and she didn't want to move further. And unless she really had the drive, desire, or so much of pain that she would break herself free from all this, she would never do that. So that's it. I just felt, I felt kind of upset that someone with so much of potential and talent is limiting herself to such a small little world. And that was really terrible. So anyway, this is Loy from LoyMachedo.com, and it was Loy Machedo sharing with you his views of a shocking incident that actually took place in an aircraft with a very beautiful Thai woman who was very intelligent. And I just hope and wish that she realizes that she's selling herself really short. And I hope she achieves the success, because she really deserves a lot more than what she's agreed for. Anyway, this is all about me. Any other questions, let me know. Love to hear from you. Goodbye for now.